No, when you gonna hit the switch. I'm just talking shit. There you go, tablet. Turn it down on your phone. What is this nonsense we're looking at right here?
And we are black.
We black, bruh. We black. Welcome.
How you like me now?
Oh man, welcome to another edition of the Dark Hour. We have myself, James Chantown Wilson, in seat numero uno. Numero 2 is Mr. Derek Thompson, live and in person, in the flesh. And in seat number 3 over there, you'll find our fine older brother over there, Mr. Artis Hardwick.
Art.
And on the ones and twos, as always, of course, DJ Stretchy Stretch. Ain't nobody in Orlando like him. What's up, everybody? How's it going? How you doing today, Derek?
Overworked and underpaid.
Overworked and underpaid. Amen to that. Ain't we all, Stretch? Ain't we all?
Shout out to Rick's Dog Belly.
Oh, wow. You did not just name his employer, bro. Stop it.
He named one of them.
Stop it.
He named
It's
one of them. Exactly.
Free DT.
I mean, if we and if we call him out, we might as well call him all out. Who else ain't paying you, Derek?
Shout out to Chili's in Winter Park.
Yeah, shout out.
Wow. Name the location and everything. I was going to say Chili's.
Bree, I know you over there. Free my boy.
All right, look, I don't know what Stretch is on.
Brian Sacco. Free my boy.
Stop it.
I'm just saying on behalf of the Dark Hour, I do not endorse that message at all. I do not endorse.
Wait till I find your employer. I'm going to say the same shit.
Hey, look, I got a good. If y'all are watching right now, I love my job. Absolutely not.
I love my checks.
I love my paychecks. They pay me just enough to get just as drunk as I want to be. So you know what?
I love my checks all the time.
Yo, somebody asked me about that the other day. They asked me. They posted on Facebook actually. They said, comment in the section below who here actually loves their job. And I commented. I said I love payday and how it happens every 2 weeks and how I know my rent's gonna be paid and my lights are gonna stay on. So in that regard, I love my job.
I mean, I love my job at deli. I mean, I enjoy working for Brinker.
We're just gonna leave the unspoken on that. We just ain't gonna talk about it.
Oh man.
Oh
If I told you
man.
love is the cost of thing, they lied to you.
Yo.
Love is expensive. I got expensive habits, so they need to go ahead and take care of those over there.
Hey, Ariana's on board. We're already getting this trending. We got hashtag free DT.
Johnny, don't do that to me. Oh my god.
We're gonna start a new trend right now, y'all.
Brian Sacco. Free my boy.
Well,
But no,
I have a hard day at work today. We appreciate it. Not even though it sounds like a contradiction on its own right.
But no, I feel like that's a serious issue, though. It's like there are some people that have jobs that you love your job and you do it for the love of it. Like I feel like people that are teachers that become teachers because they want to change the world, inspire the world. Like, let's be real, we're not paying our teachers enough, and that's a problem in the education system and a problem in the way that we deal with things. 'Cause that's one of the most important jobs, and I feel like we're failing our teachers. But I've talked to a lot of people that become teachers, and they say, you know, if I wanted to be rich, I would have done something else. I want to be a teacher because I want to change the world. I want to make a difference, you know. So you do it. All I'm saying is you do a job because you love what you're doing, or you feel like you're on a mission, or you do a job because it gets you a payday. Like I do if they weren't paying me, I wouldn't give a shit about what I do.
See, if I were to wake up and win the lottery tomorrow I would still work at Rick's.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you work at your other job if you won the lottery tomorrow?
I've worked there long enough. Hit you with the old school toodles.
Barbecue sauce.
Hey.
Lost in the sauce.
Hey, man, I've seen enough. Them checks don't clear, I won't be over there. I'll tell you that much. No way. Are you kidding me? Shout out to those who do love it. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying my time would be up.
Yo.
There's no shot at anybody. Just being real.
Bro, tell me, I had a job like that. I had a job where, speaking of checks not clearing, my old job, thank God, I literally got out before the ship went down. Like, my manager, I was a contractor, and, you know, whenever budget cuts, whatever, contractors are the first ones to go.
Yeah.
And so my boss pulled me into his office. He was like, look, I don't repeat this because I can get in trouble for telling you this right now, but we haven't gotten enough work to keep you on past your contract.
Okay.
So just make sure you have this ship is sinking. Make sure you have somewhere to go when it goes down. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciated that from him. And I made sure that my contract, I ended it, I think, a week early to get my new job, you know? Come to find out, later on at that job, when you say checks not clearing, I mean, literally, checks didn't clear. I'm talking like they were... The payroll company wasn't getting the proper payment, so they were paying. At one point they just walked around the office and said, "Hey, there's a mix-up, blah blah, whatever." Handed everybody paper checks, just like, "Yo, go cash the check. We'll figure it out for the next paycheck." When I tell you that every check bounced, like all of them walking in banks looking dumb. Right. When I heard that story,
man, I would have been like John Q before a check instead for my son. None of y'all leaving this building. Nobody leaving. Nobody leaving. I would get paid. Somebody gets sprayed today, man. Nobody's safe. Janitor, you can get out of here because they don't pay you enough anyway. Yeah, everybody else, come on, man.
You've been tortured enough, bro. I'm liberating you. I'm gonna give you.
Yeah, exactly. You give them the mops and the broom today. Have them around here. Are you kidding me? All the checks bounced? Oh my god!
Like
every single one.
What I don't get is they went back to work the next Monday, bruh.
I mean, this job market is not good, so you try to hold to what you got. So, they might not pay this week, but next week
they might have it, bro.
They might double up.
We gonna go down a list of companies that couldn't afford to pay their employees.
Oh, we're talking about.
I got a few, hey man. Shout out to Bennigan's.
Bennigan's is number one.
Absolutely. One of the most savage clothes in the history of hospitality. Bennigan's.
What
They
happened?
still got checks in the safe in that building that's locked up. Can't nobody get to them.
I'm sorry, inform me. What happened to
They
Bennigan's?
closed in the middle of the night. It was crazy.
No,
They shut down every location in the middle of the night.
Stop.
Every last one of them.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Like literally every.
That chain went under in a night.
And you know, I swear, looking back, I can honestly remember like a day where I lived around where like in my normal routines I'd see like 3 or 4 Bennigan's. I can remember like a specific day where I was like they were all open, everything looked good, and then like out of nowhere it was just like everything was dark at every Bennigan's. I remember that.
Fuddruckers almost did the same thing, but they maintained. They lost a lot of money, but they came back.
Yo.
I haven't tried a new Fuddruckers yet, though.
You know, I feel like that's a brutal industry to be in, though. There's so much competition. Like, how do you make yourself not just another food joint? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, it's a tough gig. I ain't gonna lie to you about that.
especially when, let's say, a new food place opens up. What's the first thing you do? You compare it to another food joint that already exists.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely at that menu. It's the same. Like honestly, so a lot of these menus are redundant. I'm just like, I'm not gonna go out to eat you, but if I'm drunk and I have to stop there, I'll eat there.
Right, exactly.
That's where like 80% of most restaurants are for me. It's like I won't go there for your food. If your bar is good, I'll go there, but you're
Exactly. Like,
food don't entice me like that.
like, name the last time you went to a Steak and Shake sober. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Never.
Exactly. Steak and Shake is only there because it's always within like 15 steps of the bar.
The bar in college sides of town.
Absolutely. Shout out to Knights Library, by the way. I have stumbled from that Knights Library to that Steak and Shake so many fucking times. So many times.
I'm glad I was there for you because 33rd could have been right up in between.
It's crazy how close 33rd could be sometimes.
That's crazy, right? Funny how that happened.
Tapping him on the shoulder. Hey, it's 33rd.
Like, oh, 33rd.
No matter what side of town you're on, 33rd is like right there.
I don't know. It's funny how that works.
Hell yeah, 33rd is a bill collector. Oh,
This man said bill collector.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. Do not go to 33rd. Absolutely not.
Hey man, hashtag stay away.
Would you rather go to 33rd or be homeless?
I don't know.
Well, I've been homeless.
But let's talk about this. Wait a minute. We gotta talk about
There's
this.
my answer.
Say what you want. 33rd has AC. Like, that's all I'm saying. This is
That shit
Florida.
is cold as fuck, man. It's like a meat locker in that bitch.
And in Florida, you will fucking die out here. Depends what month. That's how I'll answer that. If it's June,
You
July,
realize
May.
that jails and prisons are regulated at a certain temperature to regulate moods. It's 66 degrees.
I don't
To
give
regulate
it.
moods.
Right, to calm you the fuck down. So basically, keep me cool and I'm not going to flip the fuck out.
Motherfucker, you would flip out anywhere. Like, we're not hearing that. Chinatown, Wilson. You know what I mean? Going down to Chinatown.
Yeah, go.
I'm not hearing that for you. I don't care if you. I'm not hearing it. That's
All I'm saying is, I honestly, I could not be homeless. I don't know how I would survive that. Like,
I mean, you go to jail, you get a meal, you get a bed.
3 square meals a day.
I survived,
bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know how to cook. I might pull up to the jail as a drive-through just to get a meal real quick. Like, I'll pay for it.
I don't think that's how that works.
Is that not? You can't do that.
No.
So this happens to give him some country time. He thinks everything's.
Yo, why is this country time thing still coming up? That was like
That was
6 months
very
ago.
country time of you.
I didn't.
Very country time of you right there.
Take me to my cell, sir.
He's got a butler and shit. Like, what the fuck? Where are you at Club Fed? Like, we're not doing this, man. We're not doing this. Just in a regular ass jail.
It's
I'm gonna pull up to the jail.
People pull up like fucking traffic lights on some real shit. So, pull up to the jail. I'm gonna pull up. Like, I'm like, okay.
pull up, hit the drive-through. Let me get whatever y'all serving over here, bro.
I'll tell you what, Leavenworth. Open 24 hours a day. Pull up, because you ain't getting out.
Absolutely
Military
not.
prison. You go ahead, pull up.
Nah, absolutely not.
That's all right. You be better breaking bricks and hating life.
None of that. None of Guantanamo. None of that. Absolutely not. I'm good. I'm chilling.
I've always wanted to actually visit Guantanamo just because it has so much history. But
You want to visit Guantanamo?
Bay, yes, I wanted to see it. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of things that went on in Panama, especially Panama Canal in general.
No.
that are spoken and not spoken.
Now, inform me on that a little bit because, as far as anything I've heard about Guantanamo Bay is strictly just prison. I don't know anything about this place. Like,
Most
what is
people
Guantanamo
don't
Bay
know.
outside of. Right. So inform the people, not even me. Inform the people.
What do you want to know? That's such a big ass question.
What makes you want to go to a place that, in my mind,
That's
just sounds like a prison?
full of history like that. Well, people go to fucking Alcatraz and eat fucking spaghetti on a damn boat and ride over there.
And people are crazy. So
Okay, I get that. You know what I mean? I get that people are crazy. That we're not gonna have to go down that route. I have plenty of video footage to show you that people are crazy.
Oh, we can get into that, bro.
we segue into a video.
People are crazy. Video number 1 coming at y'all.
I mean, we go right into that.
We can talk about this. People are crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy.
I'm gonna lie to you. Once again, it is Easter Sunday hot because Easter's on the way, and it is definitely
Absolutely.
church hot in here right now.
Shout out while we getting this video together. I just want to say real quick. Ash Wednesday this year falls on the same night as Valentine's Day. So
Oh, it does. Dang, I didn't think about that.
this Wednesday is both Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day. So I don't want to see any of y'all at the 6 p.m. service at the church out there hooping and hollering and praising, and then be at the club the next, like, by 9:30 for that free before 11, because you know how we do.
That is exactly my shift on Wednesday. 6:30 to 9:30.
6:30 to 9:30.
That's it. I'm in and out.
I just don't want to see y'all, go to the Ash Wednesday service and show up at the club for free before 11 on Valentine's Day. Like,
And
I
Singles Awareness Day is gonna
I have
be
a
free.
problem with that. Here's my problem with that. I'm doing it. So if I see you at both places, we have a problem. That's all I'm saying.
Hashtag token issues.
We have one video. It's just labeled WPS. I have no idea what it is.
Oh,
WPS.
no.
Let's see what's gonna happen.
No.
I'm not even sure what it could possibly stand for.
Me neither.
Oh, I gotta guess.
Wishing people safety.
I would take a guess, but I have a guess, but I gotta confirm.
Yeah,
this real
take a
quick.
gander. Go ahead. Oh my God, this is not
This
good.
looks like white people shit right here. That's what that is.
Why is little Billy
White-
out there? No,
Billy, no! No, Billy, why?
Oh my God. That was a young Billy Ray Cyrus right there, man. Oh my God, young
Stop
Billy,
it.
dude.
Stop
Young
it.
Billy.
Stop hating on Miley's dad. Stop it.
I love Miley to death. I don't like her music, but I just like her as a human being, though.
I just love the fact that Miley was willing to go and do every drug on the planet and somehow survived and came back to be. She managed to make her church girl, sweet-hearted, Southern Belle, whatever. She made that shit work after going on the craziest drug binge that I have ever seen a celebrity.
But she's also a young adult in today's world, so you're allowed to transition like that.
But like
you can be multifaceted.
Right, but tell me somebody like a Paris Hilton's ever recovered from like being wasted all the time. Like
she kind of has. She's still making her money on the low. She's not in the public eye anymore. Her days came and passed.
True, but that's the thing. Like Miley is still in the forefront of everything, doing her thing. Like she performed recently at what award show was that she performed at recently? She sang with I want to say it was Elton John. She sang with.
I didn't watch the Grammys personally. I didn't get a chance to. I was at work.
It might have been. I'm not sure if it was the Grammys. It might have been, but I know she
CMAs.
performed
Maybe
very
before the
recently.
CMAs. Elton John is known for doing controversial stuff like that. Because he knows at the CMAs he's going to be very much so hated and owned by 90% of the audience.
Elton John is just known for. I feel like he just stirs the pot and like
somebody has to for people to stop being ignorant. Though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like my most memorable. So I don't really know too much about Elton John. Like I respect him. I know he's a legend. Like he's a Hall of Famer, absolutely. But my most memorable thing about Elton John is when Eminem was getting so much criticism because like young Eminem was wild. He was absolutely fucking crazy. So M was getting criticism because some of his lyrics sounded really, really homophobic.
Yeah.
He didn't respond to any of it. Like, people were like, "Oh, what do you say about the fact that people think you're a homophobe?" He's like, "Well, fuck off. I don't give a shit." Like, he didn't respond to any of it. Out of nowhere, comes out and performs Stan, which is one of the best, hands down, pieces of art, period. Like,
I can agree with you on that.
I put it on level of like the Mona Lisa of rap music. Like that, like Stan is a beautiful piece of art.
Well, Mona Lisa, if you actually asked me to look at her for what she was, that bitch was not cute. Just throwing it out there. She had a big ass head and a baby neck.
Wow. Stretch. If you're at the bar, would you buy the Mona Lisa a shot? If Mona walked in, would you buy her a shot?
She's not tight.
In 2018, no, but in whatever century that was, she was fine as fuck. Did you see the rest of the people walking around?
Honestly,
you gotta win.
If it's like Victorian age and before then, like if she shows some ankle, that's sexy back then.
Sexy as fuck.
She has mad ankles, son. Ankles were sexy then. Ladies shove their ankles to be sexy. Like, man, I wish a bitch would have one ashy ankle when back in those days. Oh, come on. Somebody hit her with some lotion. Please.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I feel
I'm
bad.
gonna get a picture of the Mona Lisa. We're gonna inspect this. All right.
Yeah,
She's not tight. She is not tight.
I just feel bad, man, because like y'all females have it so hard today. Like back then,
I'm gonna put that on a poll. Is Mona Lisa tight?
No. She's not even Lisa Nicole jam tight. Like, I don't even know where we're going with this.
No. I don't even know what's happening right now. This is going to be a ridiculous episode. Oh, my word.
And oh man, but there's people who appreciate art. Yeah, look at her.
Absolutely.
She is not big. I'm sorry. Look, she got her makeup did by Amy Winehouse back in the day, though.
There was no makeup artist. There was no lighting.
Man, she was not tight.
I got to say, though, like...
She had to sit there for hours, and somebody had to paint that. She had to have been fine.
That's probably why she's so ugly, because she was upset sitting there for hours, bro. That's probably the problem right there. That's
the dude who painted her, do you think he got some ass afterwards? Because he sat there for hours.
You're not lying, but at the same time, like...
There's no telling what was exchanged.
That's true.
I'm not going to try to borrow off that woman's body like that. I don't know what the hell happened.
You know what? I'm going to say yes, because very few things remain constant in history. And one of the things that remains constant through all of history is men do the craziest shit for some ass, including painting like 8-hour portraits like this one. So yes, I think the painter got something.
Bob Ross could have made this in 5 minutes. A couple happy little trees in the background. That big head ass shit. Rap. It was Bob Ross had been on the job. Should have been done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Happy little pictures. Happy little trees, man. Get out of here with this.
Here's what I hate about Bob Ross. He's phenomenal without caring about it. Like, homeboy's just sitting there.
He obviously cared about it. He developed, brush techniques that were quick.
Right, no, let me amend that real quick. He cares, but he seems like he's relaxed and like he seems like he's not putting like he's not stressed about it. Like he's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna paint some.
There's also something cool about somebody who like whether it's doing any kind of art or being creative, who can do something and make it seem like it's nonchalant, like it's effortless.
Right.
There's something cool to that.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, I can only imagine being an artist at that pointillism. Like you can't fucking just be cool about this shit. You fucking those are trillions of fucking dots to create this image.
Absolutely.
I don't have time for all that.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
I did that shit in high school I was in AP art. Had to do one project in pointillism. Never again. That shit took me fucking a whole semester to do. One portrait. A whole semester. Never again. Hell no. No way. We gotta do a self-portrait. I'm like, bitch, this is gonna be the whole semester because I got homework to do in other classes. I hate to be doing this.
Derek, you have this project, one self-portrait. All right, I haven't done it's January. I haven't done it in like May, maybe
Absolutely.
July. This shit happens.
Shout out to Miss Keeling, man. Great woman, man. Great woman.
But I feel like
Joyce Keeling.
when I watch Bob Ross, it makes me mad because he's like, we're just gonna, light, easy, like brush strokes left to right, and I'm sitting there thinking like, I could be a painter. I could do this shit. And I know he's like, then we're just gonna add these, this just the stem of the tree. We're gonna get started here, and like 30 seconds later, it's like fucking fabulous. And I'm like, God damn! Like, bruh, you went like he goes from 0 to 100 real quick. That's the definition of Bob Ross: 0 to 100, too quick.
Well, who's the best Ross? Jim Ross, Rick Ross, or Bob Ross? That's a poll question. That's a poll question right there. There's a lot of talent in that room right there.
I'm on it.
That's a poll right there.
It's a lot of talent in that group right there. For all kinds of reasons. Just look it up. It's out there.
It's out there. Oh, my God.
Question of the day. Killing them. Yeah. Oh, man. This is the kind of days that makes me want to quit my job. Still got another one to go to. But I don't know. East Coast Wings have been trying to draft me for like a couple of months now. I don't know.
Yo, JT, hire my boy.
They've been trying to draft me for a minute now. So I don't know. If you hear about me, going number one first overall in a couple of weeks, don't be surprised if I get picked up.
I mean, I don't know about first, maybe first round.
I don't know.
Early second, I don't know about first.
I mean, of course, we gotta have that one hater always.
That's all I do, bro. That's all I do is hate.
I know you like the Joe Budden of fucking the Dark Hour.
I'll take it. If I'm making compared to Joe Budden, I'll take it.
Joe Budden and Charlamagne the God, the way they hated on Logic a couple of days ago just completely pissed me off.
Wait, hold on. Charlamagne hated on Logic? What'd he say?
They both did. But he's got to pick a side. You can't be talking about, being biracial, but yet only claiming being black only in interviews.
Absolutely not. See, so
that shit is terrible. I cannot condone that kind of foolishness right there.
Before I say this, I want to say that I respect Charlamagne's opinions on things, and I respect the fact that Charlamagne does not give a fuck who he pisses off. Like, there was something where
Charlamagne, he's a well-read dude, but you can be well-read and still be a fucking stupid motherfucker.
Absolutely.
And he says a lot of dumb shit.
Absolutely. And there are times
if I'm donkey of the day one day, I've made it. I'll be the donkey of the day.
I'll take donkey of the day any day. Here's my problem, though, as far as what you're talking about with Logic. So, number one, you are allowed to discuss anything you have lived through that most people don't. And being biracial, Logic is...
Most of us are biracial, but I mean, I guess if it's the aesthetic form of being biracial is different than being biracial
but here's where Logic is different. Logic is biracial just like everybody else that's half black, half white. J. Cole, all these people that are, half and half. Yeah. But Logic does not look half and half. He looks white.
Okay, Paris Jackson calls herself a strong, independent black woman, and her daddy is black.
That is a huge difference, though.
What do you mean there's a huge difference? So Michael Jackson's daughter just gets the greatest cosign of all time. That's what you just told me. Like, let's just be real here. Synopsis of what you just said is that because she's Mike's daughter, she gets the Uber pass of a lifetime.
First of all, if you're Mike's daughter, you get past anything. What do you mean?
I don't know.
He made Thriller, man.
He made Thriller.
He also made Captain EO.
He also made...
What?
Folks, if you want to watch something that's terrible and get drunk to it, watch that terrible shit. Captain EO. You have a better chance of watching E.T.'s sister on our program and actually enjoying it.
Strap, able to pull that up?
Strap, you put that video on, I'm swear to God, I'm done. If I see that video one more time, I'm done. I will leave right now. Absolutely not. No. Stop it. Yeah. Stop that nonsense.
It's out here.
I'm gonna put it on a poll if they want to see EC sister get boned out, and if the majority says yes, we're putting it on podcast.
If y'all would agree, but if y'all want to see this, everybody says yes, I have a problem with you. Everybody says yes, I have a problem. We have a problem. We need to talk. What I'm saying is, Logic has the experience of being denied by his community, even though he is half black. So let me finish.
I'm sorry. Yes, we are. This is gonna make people upset, but I look as inhabitants is only one thing. The Americans, we're all inhabitants of the earth. Yeah, we got all things that divide us, and I get all that. And people try to pick sides. People tell me all the time, try to define blackness as being this or this. Trust me, I've dealt with that shit my whole life.
Right.
Either I'm too black for some people, or
not black
enough for other people.
Yep.
And it's crazy because people assume that you're supposed to be BET black. Or fucking, Chuck Taylor white. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that shit it is. And I'm talking about Dave Chappelle, Chuck Taylor, not Chuck Taylors that were worn in prisons and by skateboarders.
Absolutely. Yo, I'll tell you a little bit of backstory about me. I was born in Miami. All my family is a lot of them in Miami. And I remember as a kid, I moved out to Orlando, and where I lived was a predominantly white area, so I lived with a lot of white kids or whatever. And I was very smart in school, so
I mean, there's a reason why you have a degree. I mean, some people get degrees only because they can actually just do papers. But I'm not going into that.
And honestly, the 4-year degree is just about do you have the patience to sit through some of the bullshit? Some of it is just sitting through a lot of shit sometimes,
Yeah, it's right now. I'm sitting in a hot ass lab right now with no AC. Oh my lord, we got 3 hours of this bullshit. Oh my god, I'm about to change.
Are y'all really that hot?
Yes. Stretch, pay your AC bill.
The AC's on. Don't worry about my AC. Right? There's nothing wrong with the AC. There's something wrong with you.
Right? Oh, hold on.
Hey, there's a lot wrong with me. Y'all got 3 hours. We can do a special edition alone on what's wrong with me. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, let's not do that.
What I'm saying is, because I was one of the few African American students in the groups that I was in school and whatnot, I just made friends with whoever. So a lot of my friends were white kids. That's fine. No big deal. Who gives a shit? However, the problem that I had growing up as a kid, and this is something, look, the black community, we need to fix this shit. I would go to Miami, and I had cousins that were just crazier than I am. I'm not going to say, I love my family to death. I'm not going to say nothing bad. But I remember, I'd hang out with my uncle. My uncle was like, all right, all the kids are in this room, so go ahead and go hang out with all the kids. Okay. So I'm I'm excited. I'm finally, a group of people, they look like me. Yeah. We're family, we're blood, blah, blah, whatever, right? We'll start hanging out and play a video game. We're just playing videos, having fun. And I'd say some shit, and they'd be like, "Why you talk like a white kid?" And suddenly, I'm the lone wolf in the room.
I know that.
I'm getting laughed at by 5 people.
You talk like you've actually read a book.
Exactly.
And what the etymology of a word is and where it comes from and its origin, and know how to fucking know what syllables are. That's crazy. That shit.
Them big words.
Right.
Man.
And that shit, that was some shit I had to really get over. I really had a serious identity crisis on the fact that
I still deal with that to this day. I'll probably do it someday I leave the earth, but that's okay.
Well, now today, whenever people say this to me, I'm like, why do I talk like a white kid? It's not my fault that you think white people are better than you. That's your problem. If you think white people are better than you, that's your problem. I don't give a shit no more. Fuck you.
Hey man, underdog, put that on the t-shirt.
Man, how the fuck do you dog me out because I speak like an educated individual? Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? That shit used to piss me off, bro.
Like I said, by fortune I came up with melanin, but by a choice, I'm not gonna be a human being. That's it.
Stretch. What is this? What is this nonsense above my head right now?
Yeah, they would have called you out for show. And hell high, hell yeah. Get him! Oh man. I actually want to say hello to our special guest in the studio audience over here, who's over here sexting and drinking over here.
Sexting and drinking during podcast.
Hell yeah!
Shout out Miss Isaacson over there.
She said
up in the studio.
That's Ashley Isaacson over there in the corner, guys.
Ashley Isaacson in the house.
Hey.
By the way, just so y'all know, in case y'all don't know how to feel about her, she's wearing a Florida State hoodie, so all y'all Gators can hate on it, and all y'all Florida State fans,
don't we put that video of those Gators fans dancing in the student section to Cardi B?
Stop it! Please, Stretch, put that.
Rhythmless Nation.
No, absolutely not.
Rhythmless Nation. A bitch on that campus dance. Lord have mercy. Stop playing. I've never let that go. Oh man, isn't it great to be a Florida Gator? No. Now do you want to get some?
How did you not send me that video? I have all that
right here. Trust me.
Send it to me ASAP.
Oh,
Hey, so look at
man.
that video.
Man, that shit
So-
was dysfunctional as fuck.
To give you all a preview, long story short, there was I guess it was like a halftime show at a basketball game or whatever, where the Gators dancers. It was a basketball game?
No. Don't even give them the intro to this. We're just gonna put the video up.
Throw the video up. Look, here's the thing. Everybody has a role. Dancers dance, fans cheer. If you're a fan, don't try to be a part of the dance. Just stop it. Stop it. Why are y'all out here trying to... Y'all doing too much. That's the...
I'm not mad at Cardi
biggest
B,
problem.
but I'm just saying, Cardi, you do not want this in any of your videos ever.
I'm just... Look,
Lord have mercy. This was terrible.
Cardi B changed the world because she made it completely okay to
be
live a
weird.
life without shame. Like, to feel no shame in whatever you do. And
Yeah.
people are getting bold as fuck behind Cardi B.
I mean, honestly, I think she's actually a lot smarter than what she portrays, and I get it. She knows how to. She's selling a gimmick, and it's working. But
think she's pulling
earned
the flies?
it though. Yeah, but she's earned it though. But yeah, Plies is actually a really smart ass dude. If you actually listen to him talk outside of like bullshit interviews, he's smart as hell. I mean, the man got to University of Miami, left their kin to UCF. He definitely went to the nursing program at UCF.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a dumb dude.
No.
But he's talking about a busted baby, and I still don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know if it's like a Muffet baby, or I don't know what the fuck a busted baby is. I don't want one. You can keep that shit to yourself.
I mean, do you
Talk
need me
about
to
your
define it?
number in my phone.
yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yo, you're right though. He adds like 3 syllables to every word.
I got people in Fort Myers. They do not sound like that show. Like, stop playing, dude. Come on, man. Like, Lupe Fiasco said, I ain't dumbing it down. I'm with you, Lupe. I'm not dumbing it down.
Hey, shout out to Lupe. Yo, Lupe is one of the most intelligent, like logical, like lyrical rappers on the planet right
I'm
now.
not
Like,
dumbing it down.
people don't really give Lupe the credit because he doesn't. Here's the thing.
Because he ghostwrites for everybody.
I mean, yes, but it's also Lupe doesn't really try to make bangers for the radio. Like some of Lupe's best hits, you'll never hear on radio. Even Kick Push, if you listen to that song again, you'll realize it wasn't intended to be a radio hit. It just kind of fell
It
into
worked.
that, you know? It worked. It worked to something that we could just be kind of, you know,
I mean,
ride to.
that dude wrote Jesus Walks, and he's a Muslim.
For real? He wrote Jesus Walks?
Yeah. People forget about that. He is Muslim as fuck and wrote Jesus Walks.
Yo, there's one track.
And that was a radio hit.
There's one track by Lupe that, in my mind, immortalized him forever. And it was called Words I Never Said. Ignore me while I'm, opening my beer over here. But
I like American Terrorist. That was one of my favorite songs he's ever done.
Yep.
Streets is on Fire, talking about, I'm not going to go into that, but you can honestly understand the reference. People are burning out here.
It's a hard world out here, bro.
You ain't lying. Hey, man, protect your neck.
Protect your neck and watch your back. Alright.
I have the video.
You like this video? Alright, show this nonsense. Look at this nonsense right here. Look
at this shit here. I need y'all to stop. I need Ryan P to get his people right now. Turning your camera swaps faster for Lotto dance shoes, boy, because this shit here. Look at this hot mess right here. Man, if I was a booster for the Gators, I wouldn't give them a goddamn dollar after this. Like, I ain't giving y'all another dollar for this bullshit you want.
I am pulling out of the Alumni Foundation ASAP.
Done. Like, this is not the school I went to.
This is not what I'm funding. I'm not paying for this.
Ain't enough Gatorade in the world. Are you kidding me? Look at this terrible shit here. Oh my lord. Oh, boy. Oh. Cardi B, get your money, girl, but whoever the choreographer is, you're fired. This is so real terrible. Oh man, what are they doing? Stop it.
Well, and the thing is that
Why do you keep panning to the crowd though?
They're doing the whole thing too. Student section going in.
Well, the thing is that the dancers weren't that bad. They were okay. They were barely on beat. The problem is that y'all trying to get the crowd in here, and it's like
I need y'all not to go to Battle of the Bands and watch, FAMU versus BCC and try to bring that shit to the Gators. Like y'all.
hold on, that's that stretch. I gotta call this man out real quick. Derek, I need you to understand something very clear right now because this is important in the history of HBCUs. It is not BCC anymore. It has not been BCC in at least 4 or 5 years. This is BCU.
Yep.
We university, bro. We big.
Well, I mean, it's still crazy to think that there's still only one real university named after a black woman in America.
Yeah, absolutely. If I took a guess, I think it's Mary Beth Cook.
Mary McLeod Bethune.
Mary McLeod, that's what it is. Mary McLeod Bethune. Absolutely. And shout out to
Shame
BC.
on you. That's a fine.
I'll take it. I'll take that fine. Because I should have known that. My cousin's a graduate. Shout out to my cousin Nish.
You see now you got fake ass cousins?
You made that name up real quick.
Please, bruh.
Shout out to my girl Shaniqua, you know what I mean, Sharkeisha, whatever. She went there too, though. You know, nah, that's not how this works, man. Get me false claim and shit.
Bruh.
Alternative facts. See,
Y'all got
You would have never said Becky.
Actually, you know, I actually have a lot of friends. Shout out to Ashton Cox. Actually, shout out to you, girl, because you left Florida State to go over to FAMU, and they paid you to go there and graduate from School of Journalism there. She's doing good shit now in Tampa area. Because they definitely at HBCUs, if you're white and you want to go to school there, you can definitely go there for hella cheap.
I mean, let's talk about that. So, so you said if you're white, you can go there for cheap, blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah, there's a minority. Yeah.
So what's your feeling on the Caucasian percentage that wants to embrace African American culture?
It's American culture. You take the African away from it, it's American culture. Right now, what is the most dominant thing in American subculture? It's hip hop, right? It's more American than apple pie and rock and roll now.
I mean, yes.
So you just get rid of the African part. It's American culture now.
Yes and no.
No,
However,
because you can't. I mean, the roots of everything. I understand the roots, but I'm sorry, the tree is grown now. It's American.
So here's my problem. When let's take hip hop as one example. When hip hop was a smaller thing, it was very lyrical, very like deep, very meaningful.
And honestly, hip hop changed when people are gonna be mad at me for what I'm about to say, but hip hop. The best lyrics are when they had 5% Muslims and other Muslims who were rapping at the time, being the major MCs.
Right. Fair. Absolutely. I respect
Because if you
that.
go back and look at the history of like the most lyrical MCs of all time, let's see, in New York hip hop era, most of them were Muslim.
Okay.
Most of them were.
I have no background on that, so
Yeah,
I defer to the expert. But
Even Wu-Tang, though almost everybody in Wu-Tang is Muslim as fuck.
all I'm saying is, as far as where I sit today, and I look at the problem with hip hop right now, which, by the way, mumble rap, can't stand that shit.
I don't
All
care
the
about it
whole,
either
like,
way.
all that stuff that's just like about the beat, not the lyrics, that shit gets irritating real quick.
Hey
But
man,
all
shout
of
out to all the
that-
producers out here, man, making these fire ass beats, but yeah, you can't find
These
enough
beats,
artists.
absolutely, bro. Like, give these beats to somebody that can rap. Give these beats.
Lot of
to
That's part of what the problem with hip hop is right now. Back in the day,
The
producers,
pro-
you had to
yeah.
be tight on their shit. You couldn't just go on there and put some bullshit out.
Yeah, there's so much great production out here. I'm talking about in all forms of music right now. There's just great producers everywhere. There's so many of them. That's why you can actually create, albums like literally right now and be in different headspaces. And each single time you put out an album, and just use a whole nother crew of producers because there's so much good content production wise out here.
Absolutely.
It's everywhere, but it's so hard to find good art out here. I mean, honestly, I listened to like my Melissa Merrick and Annie DeFranco to hear a fucking song written by women or covered by women that I thought was dope lyrically in a long time compared to what most men are coming out with, who is almost completely garbage. Because right now, if you compare women singer-songwriters to guy singer-songwriters, the women's content is a lot more. It's a lot better.
Absolutely.
Because the guys' content now is so formulated to where it's just like, God damn, like you have no real artistic expression. You got to
Exactly,
do the
bro.
next person does.
And the problem is that the most money is made off this shit that hits radio, that can be played in the club, that's jumping and you could jump to it or whatever. But all of that is about the beat. All of that is the producer, Metro Boomin, like all these dudes that are just making like fire beats. None of that has to do with the artist. There's no artistry in like that radio mainstream.
Like there was no
stuff.
artistry in that video we just saw. Florida Gators dance in the student section. No artistry.
No rhythm.
Nah, there was art, but
Yeah, I saw artists in the corner. But yeah. We can stop there. It starts and stops at artists in the corner. Thank you, Art. Thank you for being there.
I can't let
There was
that
nothing
slide.
else good there.
I can't let that slide cut for the fact that Art would hate you right now. That old man would get off his rocking chair and whoop your ass for saying that shit because you know Art's diehard FSU. up
I
and
know.
down.
He went there. He's an alum. I know he's a diehard Florida State fan. That's why I want him to call in and respond just because I haven't heard from him in a while. I mean, I'm not like, Diddy writing these, I miss J-Lo tracks about him and shit. I miss you, Art.
No, you don't. Didn't you diss that nigga last week?
I was gonna make a tribute video for him.
I think that would be a good idea, actually. Because we're missing that dude right now. Arch, your seat's still open. Come back. If you watch this podcast, bring your ass.
That's the way, first and foremost. So, speaking of, hold on. For those, all right, anybody doing this new freezer challenge, Atlanta, stop playing. Waffle House, shut them down. The Waffle House was way more lit than the student section at the UF.
We got video.
Oh, we got video because this is how you. If you gonna have some rhythm, y'all need to be doing it like this right now because
I'm sorry. Tell me, what happened at the Waffle House?
you about to see.
Why does I feel like everything that goes ridiculous is at a Waffle House. Like
the Waffle House to me is pretty much became the new after party spot for all hood Negroes. That's it. Be mad if I said I do enough video footage online to prove everything I just said is right. Every bit of it. If you see a fight at Waffle House, it's guaranteed to be hood folk at the Waffle House getting it in after 2 o'clock. Man, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to fight. I'm trying to fuck or go to fucking sleep. Like, I have no time to be mad. I got shit to do.
Amen.
It's real out here.
Oh, man. Yo,
you all gonna be like, I said something that's wrong.
Hey, 3.
They're out there. I'm just reporting the news. I'm just reporting the news.
Look, at 3 a.m., there are certain spots that you know you can go to that are safe, and there's certain spots that you know you can go to that are just not.
Exactly. If I go to Walmart at 3 in the morning, I might hit a duster can for no reason. Everybody else is doing it. Be like, oh shit, fuck my computer. Like, oh shit, and whippets and be fucked up in aisle A2. Hashtag not my America. Not my country. Oh man, real life out there, man. Walmart, it is tough in those streets after midnight. Walmart streets are super tough.
It's not so. Yo, time out. So it's not even midnight. My job is like around the block from a Walmart, right? So whenever I got shit I gotta do or something I gotta buy, I'll be like, you know what, my lunch break, I got some time. I'll go to Walmart real quick, grab whatever I need, get the fuck out.
Yep.
I have never walked in this Walmart and not seen some ratchet ass shit. Like I walked.
Shout out to East Colonial Walmart, home of the ratchetness, because they are busy 24/7 and it's just ratchetivity all the time.
Look, I walked in this Walmart one day, Derek.
They need a daycare in that bitch.
It's like noon.
There's so many kids in the
middle of the day. I walk in this motherfucker, and I'm going down. I'm looking for bread, right? So I'm like, okay, here's the frozen foods, the beer. I thought about stopping there, but it's middle of the day, so I kept walking. Here's the snacks, blah, blah, blah. Here's the bread. Bro, when I looked down the bread aisle, why did I see a mother, like, not spank her kid, not, like, pull off a belt, punch this, like, 9-year-old in the face? I was like, bro, I'm going home. I don't need nothing today. Let me just take my ass.
Let me champion these letters again. D, C, F. Hello. Come get them. Phone calls happen.
I'll give you 3 more. C, P, S.
Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
Absolutely not. Oh man,
abusive behavior, man. It's usually learned in the home. I don't want to go digging deep into that because it's a whole other ball game. But you got the video, right?
I do have the video.
Let's throw that video up.
Florida Gators fans, you want it to be on this level right here. It's a simple 2-step. Keep it simple. We're doing way too much in that video. Pissing me off. See that? Just simple. Yeah. That's all you gotta do. Just keep it simple. Don't do no extra shit. You all had a hand clap and dumb shit. Like, y'all can't do it like that. One spin, y'all would have been fucked up. Gonna fall over each other out there. Shout out to dude with the pink shirt on who can't keep his pants up, man. I hate that shit too, man. You're a grown ass man. Please put your pants up.
Buy a fucking belt.
Ain't lying.
Absolutely.
Look at old girl behind the register though. She's going for hers. This is just so typical Atlanta shit right here. This is some Atlanta shit all day, every day.
Here's my problem. If I walk in that Waffle House, like this is all well and good and shit, where the fuck my waffles at? Like, is somebody actually
hold on, time out. I know for a fact you're not walking there ass that. Cause you mess up their dance. Oh, hands are coming. It is already 2 o'clock in the morning.
I can't hear no more.
So he want his waffle. He gonna get the whole team just swinging hands on him immediately. Florida Gators, please take notes.
Take notes.
2 steps, please. Just a little 2-step and a head whip.
Stop doing too much.
Y'all look like a whole bunch of shitty cheerleaders. Like, just don't do it. Just we got to do better out here.
Dancers dance and y'all 2-step. That's how it goes. That's the natural.
To all my UF friends or graduates of UF, I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying your student section. Hashtag get it together.
Y'all need some help.
I've seen better dishes at a high school pep rally. What the fuck are we doing out here?
They need Michael McTrapp in their life or
They
something.
need something. They need Michael McDonald, Ronald McDonald. I don't know who.
Oh, Michael McTrapp. Michael McTrapp will get him right.
I don't know who'll get that right.
We got some video of him.
Why do we have all these? Oh my god, goodness! Gonna get me in trouble.
Cue it.
Throw the video up.
He's so stupid.
You so edited too, yo.
Oh man. He's not own the rights to any of this. Shout out to the first white guy at the cookout ever, because he was there before anybody else in Motel.
Ever.
Okay. You can't hear what he's saying, but you know, man.
No, they can. I don't know why they can't.
Did you get the one I just sent you? See, even these two kids got more rhythm than the Gators student section. These kids get it in right now. I want y'all to see these movements right here. The Gators student section would have tried any of these moves. I'm telling you. It would have been overtime for those kids. Look at this here, man. This shit is beautiful right here. These two Pinoy children getting it. I know why it's lit.
So lit. It's Michael McTrapp, man.
Michael McTrapp does his thing, I guess.
It damn sure does.
Oh my gosh, yo, we had anything happen? Anything great in drunk news this week?
And
Super Bowl was last week. We haven't podcasted since the Super Bowl, I don't think.
Well, I mean, I guess for America, drunk news was the fact that America got to get a chance to get drunk and watch Tom Brady lose.
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody but New England. I don't know why. I feel like that was the most united I've seen the USA in a long time. Because everybody except any...
It reminded me of Jordan playing for the Bulls. That's exactly what it reminded me of. Jordan would have lost in the finals ever. That's what Tom Brady felt.
Absolutely.
Or LeBron when he was with the Heat.
Ooh.
Jordan and Tom Brady are above
I agree.
LeBron. I'm sorry to say that, but
I will... Both y'all are accurate. Because I absolutely do not put LeBron on that same level. And yes, before you say it, I hate greatness, whatever. I do not put LeBron on the same level as Jordan or Brady.
No, he's not there yet.
But that was a good game though. It
was a great football game. Last time I checked, Tom Brady did not play defense, but he balled out as usual. So unlike Peyton Manning getting blown out, he has none of that on his record.
Why you gotta hate on Manning now? Come on,
because it's got to be real around here.
But
Tom Brady does not get blown out.
Manning didn't just get outplayed. Like they found the secret to Manning's game. They found the weakness.
Well, they found the weakness to the Patriots was Malcolm Butler not being on the damn field for the entire damn game, but one snap on special teams.
But whose fault was it that Malcolm wasn't?
None of us know yet. We're still waiting for all that story to come out. All Pat fans are wondering the same shit. Allegedly, he did something to go against violate team rules.
My man missed curfew and was caught
with some pots.
The marriage of one Mary Jane. He got caught with a little bit of her on his hip, and shit happens. Here's my thing. Look, Stephen A. once said, and I quote directly, "Stay off the damn weed. Why the fuck do you have weed on you the week before the biggest game of your fucking season?" I'm sorry, but that's some dumb shit. Like
I said, it's allegedly. Until the reports come out to be accurate, it's allegedly.
Where did the allegations come from? Did somebody just wake the fuck up and say, "I think this nigga has weed"? Excuse my use of the N-word right there. But I'm just saying.
That's a fine.
That's a fine? How many fine? Take a shot.
Do you understand what a news cycle is and how things get spun? Do you have any idea how this works?
Right, but I'm just saying, it always starts with something like...
Yes, where there's smoke, people believe there's fire. Okay, sometimes, you know what, Smokey the Bear believes there's smoke and he's never there. Sometimes there's a fire and he's never there. Sometimes it's just how this shit works.
Sometimes there's just a hipster with a vape. Sometimes it happens.
True story. Hell yeah, burnt down college doors like that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's a whole year for you to be dumb. You've got 2 weeks.
Agreed. I'm not being egregious for what I'm saying, but
like for those 2 weeks, I'm in my house.
Stephon Gilmore, you balled out, and that's where it stops on that defense because they couldn't hold shit.
Absolutely. But I'll talk more about this Brady thing, and I'm gonna talk about it mostly because I'm a Brady hater. Y'all absolutely know. First off, I'll say it: the rain, the shine, the snow, the whatever. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, and yes, we having some hard times right now. But I'll remind you that we still have a winning record against the Patriots. Matter of fact, I think we have a winning record against Brady. If memory serves correctly, we are Brady is 7-9 against us.
Yes, he is.
So it is what it is. But I will say, as a Brady hater,
But he's been in 9 Super Bowls.
And give me a minute to give the man this credit.
9 of them.
Tom Brady is a phenomenal player, and I will say that at that bar when I was watching this game, no matter how big the lead the Eagles had, no Eagles fan was fully celebrating. Like, they'll take a shot for a touchdown, but
Because they know what time it was, and you
like,
cannot count that man out.
It was like, wait a minute, though. They still have Tom Brady. Like, we learned from the Falcons' mistakes last year.
Watching
like,
Tom Brady play is like watching an
Tom
episode
Brady.
of House. When you know the House is on that medical team, you're like, you know what? There's a chance motherfucker might live. Just might live. Greg, was it Gregory Laurie's his name? Shout out to him, man. Great actor, man. I used to love the fuck out of that show. I was like, damn, I want to go to med school watching this show. Seriously, like, damn, we had a team like this. We brainstorm and get shit done. What? Yes.
He's so good. He could pop up on other medical shows.
You ain't lying.
No problems.
Hell, absolutely.
Pop up on Nip Tuck. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, man. Shout out to Christian Troy. He ain't having that shit on his show.
Absolutely not. None of that nonsense.
Christian Troy is one of the baddest dudes ever on TV. One of my favorite people ever was Christian Troy's character on Nip Tuck. For those who never watched that show, if you get bored, watch it. I'm telling you, that's the yin and the yang of any man is between Christian Troy and Sean McNamara. That is the yin and yang of all men.
Facts.
Right there.
Straight up facts. But let's talk about the other quarterback in the Super Bowl, because Nick Foles is, let's say, a little bit less experienced than Tom Brady. And
I'm proud of him.
The man came out gunslinging. Like, you can't hate him.
He was going to retire, and he decided to retire. Look what happened to his life.
Absolutely. And the man came out, like, first quarter throwing bombs. Like, he just, no fear, going for the deep pass, going for whatever the fuck you wanted. We're not don't talk about that. We're going to just go right over
The deep
that.
what? Okay. Deep class. Spell it.
I can't stand this dude. I can't stand this dude. Why the fuck do I sit here? Oh, my word.
He plastic class.
Stretch,
Go ahead, bro.
take your chair back. I'm done. Anyways, I'm just saying, Nick Foles came out like an assassin. Like, the man was out for blood. And honestly, had it not been for him coming out the way that he did from the jump, it would not have worked at all.
No, I mean,
they call him Big Dick Nick.
Is that what they call him?
that's what they call him. That don't no. America, I'm looking at you.
You're not co-signing
I'm
that.
not co-signing on that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Trying him like he was Lexington Steel for no reason. Like,
That's what they call him, though.
That's what y'all call him.
They can call him.
Who's y'all?
I was calling that. I didn't call him Dick Foles.
Whoever is saying it, y'all can call him that. His name is
honest.
Nicholas
Nick
Foles.
Foles. That's all I know.
Nick Foles
Nick
right
Foles.
there. That's it.
Know when to hold him, know when to fold him. He do what you do. That's it. He was a gambler that night. Go ahead, bro. I see you.
Absolutely.
Salute to you. But the other shit they were talking about, it's like a shitty garbage pail kid. I want nothing to do with that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Big
not.
dick problems.
Problems. Oh, my word.
Oh man,
You gotta sleep on your back. You can't sleep on your belly.
gotta wear my pants with a sheath.
I refuse to laugh. I refuse to
You
deal
gotta
with
wear your
this.
boxes extra baggy.
Playing basketball in parachute pants.
Shout out to MC Hammer Pants for.
No! Stop it. Both of you, stop it.
Can't touch
Missy
it.
Elliott in the garbage bag, just all around that bitch. I can't stand the rain. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, damn sure can. Dave Myers put a bag on him, man.
Absolutely not.
One of the greatest people ever in the history of music videos, Dave Myers.
You gotta stand up to take a shit. So don't touch the water.
Wade in
the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water, and I'm gonna set you free.
Give us free!
It's Black History Month. Y'all dealing with all of this shit, all of it.
Oh man,
Shit.
that's terrible. Man, where is this video of my two Pinoy dudes?
You still want that? I got it.
Absolutely. UF fans, please.
Are we pulling
Please.
this up?
You still doing this to him?
Yes.
All of my niggas get paid.
They got one of
All of my bitches get paid.
They can't match for shit. Look at them. Yeah.
They're jamming, bro.
Yeah.
They having
Yeah. Yeah. Just read the meme, and it's the truth.
If you don't celebrate with me like this, we ain't friends.
This is how you celebrate people. This is how you celebrate not give a fuck. If you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, when y'all won, y'all should have been dancing like these kids here. You're not giving a fuck. And they go, oh!
They're killing it though. Yo, he's dropping it low. Yo, he's killing it. Yo, these kids are on another level.
I'm adopting both of them next weekend when I get my next check. I need background dancers, not found.
I get it. But yo, can I ask y'all? We talked about the good parts about Philadelphia during the Super Bowl. We gotta talk about the bad.
Man, Philadelphia, you all can't be Philly all the time. You guys hit Santa Claus with snowballs, and then whoever the fuck that was when y'all won, let's burn our city down.
Right. Well, first of all, I told Stretch this before the game even started. I said, Stretch, win or lose, Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, is in some fucking trouble after
It
this.
sounds oxymoronic at this point.
Right? I'm saying, like, y'all supposed to be the city of love, and all y'all doing is burning shit down. I saw on Facebook that they're trying to have a parade sometime, either this week or the next.
No, that parade had 2 million people in it. It was crazy.
Through what city? Y'all burn the shit down before y'all can have a
Hey,
parade.
come on, man, it's not Selma.
What?
That's too deep, bro.
I couldn't follow you there. That's too deep.
It's the dark hour, folks. Some of us are dark and morbid. Some of us are just dark.
I'm just saying, man. Look, I've seen a lot of the videos from people winning Super Bowls and the parties that go on after that. And it's one thing to throw a party, get drunk, some dumb shit happens every once in a while. But you get the whole city, people climbing light posts, people jumping off buildings, hoping that other Philly fans catch them. Like, people breaking into stores. Like, y'all turn that shit to a
First of all,
riot.
if I'm fucked up, I'm not doing a trust fall, period. Like, I don't know where that correlates.
Absolutely not.
I'm snatched. Trust fall. Let's go for it. I'm doing that shit sober, so I'm not gonna imagine being shithouse. Trust fall. Like, oh, trust me, but you better have insurance.
I just wonder, because you know that dude had a hype man. He had somebody in his ear like, yo, Derek, you going to go up on top of this building. You going to go into the awning right here. You going to wave your hands and jump. And I'm going to have some dudes out here to catch you. What the fuck
Once
that
again,
look like?
we have to address our mental health issues here in America.
Speaking of sex, I need y'all to explain this shit right here.
What is this? What am I looking at right now?
That is Jason Kelsey of
Yes.
the Philadelphia Eagles.
Absolutely. Stop it. Stop it. You're doing too much. Absolutely not.
You know what? Let that man be happy. Let that
I need
man be
answers,
great.
though.
Let that man be great.
The first question
Looking
I
like a
have is-
redneck version of Toad from fucking Mario Brothers.
No!
Selling shrooms out here. I see you, brother. I see you.
No, Derek, why are you like this? No.
Oh man,
Oh,
that shit
my
is
Lord.
awesome. Love it, man. That is a beautiful thing right there, man.
I'm just saying.
That's what makes America great again, right there.
Is that what makes America
You
great?
can be victorious and wear cool shit. That's awesome. I have no problem with that.
Hey, to each their own. Wear what the fuck you want. Just know
I need to see something here.
it's not that different. It's not that different. I'm not gonna lie, it's not that different.
Toad looks Turkish in that picture, though. My name is Toad or Kerr. Like, what are we doing over here, man?
Stop it.
Oh,
my
man.
goodness.
Damn, Toad.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
That is 100% confirmed.
The worst I've ever seen in my life.
He's gonna put up the side by side. So
I had to do it.
I can't deal with you, bro. Stress the savage over here.
Help
I
me.
can't deal with that.
Oh, man. That's so real.
We gotta move on.
Yeah,
We gotta move on. We gotta get out of this nonsense, yo.
Oh, shout out to Toad, man. Get your cousin, bro. He's stripping him.
Yo. So I'm gonna do a subject switch. So this week we had correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this week was the first official beer pong tournament that we have hosted. Stretch, can you tell me a little bit about that? How was that?
It was pretty intense for the day after Super Bowl. We had 24 teams. A cash prize of $400 was given away.
$400 to win some beer pong. What was the buy-in?
$20 a team.
And so you're telling me, let me get this straight. On a Monday night, I go to Castaways. I give y'all $20 to buy into this tournament. I get a free pitcher of beer, and I could potentially win $400. And was it 20?
It was $400 cash.
400 straight. $400 cash.
And that's only for 24 teams. So imagine if
Did you hear his intercollegiate come out? Was it 420? No. He said 400 straight to your face. God, you don't listen, man. Should be irritating.
Derek, I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Oh my God.
Oh my word.
Black
I'm pretty sure you've seen the flyer, circulating around, man. Read the fucking flyer.
Read the flyer.
Don't get us man a teleprompter. It's over in here.
We do have one of those in studio for people that don't know.
Oh my goodness.
So he can see everything that he's asking me about on the monitor. The same thing you guys see at home, he's seeing it right now on the monitor. And he's asking me these same asinine questions.
Y'all see what I deal with? Y'all see what I have to deal with every day?
Yo, they got $3 James Brown over there. That's Jameson, man.
So it's $20 a team? You get a free pitcher of beer? Yes, that's what the flyer said.
Was it on the screen when I asked? Somebody check
Yes,
the footage.
right? Yes, it was.
$3 when I asked?
$3
Yes, it
summer
was.
camp. Look at it.
It's been on the screen for quite a while.
Absolutely not.
Is that summer camp for $3? Look at it, damn.
Look, all I'm saying is y'all would get a lot more people if y'all had some Country Time lemonade on tap for free. That's all I'm saying.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh man. Back on the subject though. It was a good turnout though? Everything went well?
Yes, it did.
Absolutely, yo. I was there, yo. I saw it. It looked like everyone was having a good time. That was a fun night. I might have had one too many shots that night. Doesn't happen to me often, but every once in a while. Speaking of shots, where are we drinking at after this?
I have an audience with Andrew Fontaine at Castaways.
Andrew Fontaine at Castaways.
At Castaways.
So that's Dark Hours are going to Castaways after this?
I mean, I was invited. I didn't really say nothing about you, but
I mean, when have I ever not been invited to the bar? Let's just be real quick.
okay, I think we're done here today, guys.
And that's the podcast right there. Castaways after this. Stretchy Stretch, myself. I think Mr. Thompson's got to go back to his slave life. I think that's the show, boys.
Oh, man.
I'm going to close out with this intro because it's so fire.
Do it. Run that.